Welcome to Cashflow. In this video I'm going to show you how to set up purchase codes for your purchase invoices. On the left hand side of the screen, if you click into the Purchases module, you'll see there's an option at the top of the screen which says Purchase Codes. If I click into here, I will see a number of codes that I can generate purchase invoices for and assign them against these various areas. I can rename these codes if I want to, so if I just click into Materials Purchased, I can say I just want to call this Materials. I can delete that and then update the purchase code within here. I can add new codes as well, so at the bottom of the screen here you'll see it's created my next available code, which is 7802, and we'll see that on here. I can change that to any available code within the software, so I could change that to 5001, and then I can give that a name. So we're just going to call that boiler, and I'm going to add a new purchase code. So that's going to add that purchase code, and now I can choose that when I'm generating purchase invoices. And then I'm just going to go generate a new code and add. And you can see they've now been added to my list. If you pay the same sort of amounts for your products and materials, etc., then you can pre-fill that information that will pre-populate your purchase invoice. So if I actually click in to my boiler code that I've just created, you can see my VAT rate is in there at 20%. On the right hand side of the screen, I've got the option to pre-fill the description. So if I click into this, I can put the price I usually pay my supplier, and then I can put a description in there as well. And we can do that exact process for any other code. So if I click into piping in again, 20%, I can pre-fill the rate, and I can just put a value in here and then update that purchase code. What that means now is if I go to the left hand side of the screen again and click into purchases, we can go generate a new purchase invoice. So I'm just going to go create on here. Now I've only got one supplier at the moment in my drop down list. So on a purchase invoice you do have a plus sign where you can add a new supplier quickly. So I can just click on this and then put in a name and then create. And I've now created Wix as a supplier. When I go to add line items now, it's going to default to my materials, and if I just click on this drop down list, I can either go and choose what I want to order, so I'm going to buy a boiler, or I can go search on a word and it's going to find that. It's then going to pre-fill that description because we keyed that in, and it pre-filled the price as well. And I can just go and put a quantity in there, and that's going to change the value of this purchase invoice. And then I can click save. And again, if I just go and add another one, so if we go to purchases again on the left hand side and go into create a new purchase, we can now see that Wix is still there from the drop down list because I've created that supplier record. And if I just go and add a line item again, I'm just going to go add a boiler. We can see it's put in our boiler at £500, and then I can save that within the software. And then if we go through to our purchases now, we will see those purchase invoices listed in here, and they're listed next to the newly created supplier on the left hand side, and we can see we have an outstanding balance of £900. And if I drill in, I can go to purchases and stats, and we can see those are both listed in there. And that's how easy it is to create new purchase codes within Cashflow and to track those against the suppliers on purchase invoices.